Okay, welcome back to my second video, how to convert a Mustang harness to a standalone version. This is my workspace. I wanted to, video one, I showed you a finished harness that's getting ready to be installed into an early Bronco. What I'm going to show you now is some of the tools that I have to do the job, some of the supplies that you may want to consider picking up in order to make this easier. I would say, based on what I have here, other than this Blue Point multimeter that I had, I purchased years ago when I was working in a garage. Most of this stuff I bought on eBay relatively inexpensively. This is what we call the breakout box. This is exactly, this is about 60, 80 bucks on eBay. I can pull here's the model number. This is really handy because this allows you to verify your connections, locate wires that are connected to certain pins, and I'll show you how I do it if I can hold the pin steady. Okay, let's see. Okay, Hickok Incorporated, DuPont Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, this is an interesting tool, especially for checking connections for vehicles that are in the car. As you can see, the directions require this harness to be attached while the vehicle is in the car. Okay, I've never really used it for anything other than verifying connections in a harness rebuild. Okay, here we go. There it is. Okay, ECC breakout box model BB-1. Okay, so that's what it is. All right, very handy. When I start working on this, you will see how this works. You do need a continuity checker. This gives me continuity, which is a very valuable diagnostic. And how I have it set up is I have these set up this way, and simply put, when I put this on here, okay, I get that beep, that sound. That tells me when I have a connection. I use that extensively through the harness process to better understand where my connections or where my wires are routed. You'll see, because it can get very confusing quickly if you're not paying close attention to everything, and you don't want to get confused because then you end up with wires in the wrong places. This is my assorted box of stuff. I have relays that I bought. I bought these little ones that have a little LED in them. I thought they worked well. I bought a couple of, not sunglasses, but I bought a couple of these little fused lines that I can add for fusing. I got some bigger ones as well. Okay, so I have some of those. Of course, I have some fuses in there. Over here is, like I said, it's a, of my last video, it's a little box. You can get something like this out of a junkyard. It doesn't have to be this nice. This is a waterproof setup. It's about 100 bucks, maybe 110 on eBay. Comes with a series of connectors, which I probably won't use, but it does have a nice stainless steel. Okay, first of all, it has a waterproof cap. Okay, and it's made by Little Fuse. It uses these micro relays. They have a name, I forget what they're called. Little micro relays. And then it has the where is it? Somewhere here. I just had it out. Oh, it does have the ability. Okay, here we go. It's hard to see in this packaging, but it's stainless steel feet that lift it up about an inch off the ground, so this wire, or a couple inches off the ground, so all this wiring isn't compressed. So it looks like it's a pretty solid setup. I'm going to wire that into the harness. If you rely on this illustration, it's very widely dispersed on the internet. It does give you a pretty clear picture of how you're supposed to wire this stuff in to make it a fully independent, or should I say standalone harness. Some of the stuff I'll be doing is I'll be wiring in this relay right here. Okay, I'll be wiring this in. I'm going to not use this stuff per se. All this stuff right now is going to be inside that box that I showed you. With the exception of the fuel pump relay, I'm going to leave the factory fuel pump relay intact. I'm going to reroute the wire from the power wire from this directly to the battery, because I can't wire that up in my box easily. So I'm just going to have three circuits, three relayed circuits in in my circuit box, and that's what I'm going to use for that for this, as far as this layout goes. And again, you can see I can wire back to my coil, my distributor, TFI module, and then all these other things. 3757 is a very important one you want to get. Goes to the fuel injectors, air idle air bypass, and then the CEL. I did wire that into the other one that I showed you in the previous video. I can show you how to do that as well. So there's going to be some informative, hopefully some informative information for you on how to do this. This is available on the internet. This I picked up from somebody online. Very helpful documents. If you Google enough, you'll find it. This document is invaluable to me. I printed it out in color, but this gives me a breakdown of all the pins, and then it gives me the different color coding on the wire. The wires, you need to look at them very carefully because over time the colors fade. But this document, I have to find it. I don't know where I found this on a Mustang board a few years ago, and as you can see, I spilled. It's not blood, but I spilled some red marker or something on that. I'll have to print out another copy if I can find this file, but I've used this extensively in identifying and verifying my wiring. So that's a very good document. I'll see if I can find it and post a link to it somewhere. And then of course this age-old document, this is one that's all over the internet as well. I have color copies, very helpful, very, very helpful document. Whoever created this, this person, I take my credit off. My hat's off to them. They put together a very nice, very useful and effective tool for diagnosing and doing this conversion. And then of course my notes. So with all that said, this is what we're going to work on with this harness. Next video I'm going to post is going to have the harness. The harness itself is going to be up on the bench, and we're going to start doing the prep work on it. So again, thanks for watching. This is, did I mention that? This is just a little solder station. I got it on eBay, 60 bucks. You can just use a regular solder station. You don't need it. The only reason I got this one is because it has the heat gun built in for the shrink tube. So the heat shrink tube, which is very critical in making a reliable and long-lasting harness. And then just little tools like a razor and some wire strippers. Here's some wire strippers that I got, and some other ones. That's my weather pack connector crimper, and the basic crimper here. Okay, nothing outrageous. I use the solder. This is the solder I use. I think I got it at Pep Boys. Yeah, rosin core. I think I got this here too. Yeah. So the solder is not real expensive. I got it at auto parts store. Some electric tape. I did get some alligator clips. They help out too. So I really don't have a vast collection here of stuff, but as you can see, I do have a workspace cleared out for it. All right, so where I was concluding this video a minute ago, next video we're going to start on the new harness, but I wanted you to see what I had here. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.